Hey there, welcome to another Watchword Devlog. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. One of the most massive game dev YouTube channels out there, called GMTK, out of nowhere dropped a video that he had secretly been working on his second game called Wordplay. And, like the name implies, it just so happened to be a word game with roguelike elements inspired by Balatro. Sound familiar? I'll be honest, I definitely started to panic a little bit. This is all unfolding literally days before I planned to release the Watchword demo, so there was some initial anxiety happening for sure. GMTK has almost 2 million loyal subscribers, me being one of them, so I think my fears were mostly just that Watchword might get buried. Now, I really don't share this just to complain or just to make you feel bad for me. I'm just trying to share my honest experience as a brand new indie dev with no resources learning the ropes of a very competitive industry. I think it might be helpful for others that are kind of in the same boat. I knew from the start that I was not the first person to come up with this idea or to take it to market, and I'm sure that I won't be the last. I'm also very aware that this kind of competition in the market is just kind of expected after a successful game like Balatro. Same thing happened with survival games after Minecraft or after Vampire Survivor. There were all sorts of variations and iterations on that concept. Honestly, I think at the end of the day, the game industry is better as a whole after a lot of iteration and sharing ideas and combining ideas. But maybe I'll make a whole video on that idea later. But for now, let's get back to my existential dread. I watched Mark's video from GMTK, which was really great, and I downloaded the demo to try out his game, like I've done with all of the other various word roguelikes that are out there and available to play. And honestly, Wordplay is pretty good. I enjoyed it. I played a few rounds and had a good time. The game is well made, polished, and has a very clear direction. It was really interesting to look at the gameplay decisions he made and what mechanics he chose to include, just as a, kind of a thought experiment. It honestly would be fun to chat with him about it someday. I think we'd have a lot to talk about. So despite some initial anxiety, I had a realization. Watchword and Wordplay and the half dozen other competitors out there are all different games. I know that sounds stupid and obvious, but they really are very different games. For example, between Watchword and Wordplay, they both have words, and yes, they were both inspired by the same game, but they play very differently. Mark just nailed the casual vibe. You play one word at a time. He specifically chose to keep the score numbers small and digestible. He mentioned that in his video, and it just works. In Watchword, I chose to lean a little bit more on the crazy side, where you play multiple words at a time, and you get to see the score just go as high as possible. There are also quite a few mechanics that I feel are pretty unique to Watchword that I haven't seen in other word games before, like making made-up words and having some sort of an opponent face you during a level. I won't go into every single difference between our games. That's really not the point I'm trying to make. I think the point is, at the end of the day, people are going to play the games that they enjoy. Not everyone is going to enjoy Watchword, and as sad as that makes me, it's okay. I'm really proud of the game that Watchword has become, and I truly do believe that it is a fun game, and that there is a certain crowd out there that can appreciate it for what it is. Now, the moment that many of you have been waiting for, Watchword is available on Steam right now as a demo. Now, as far as demos go, I think it is pretty jam-packed full of content, and it is extremely replayable. And despite a little bit of nervousness, I am 10 times more excited just to have people play it and to get feedback and make the game even better than it is. To celebrate the launch of the demo, I created a brand new narrated gameplay trailer to take you through the basics of Watchword to kind of supplement the tutorial in a way. I highly recommend checking it out after this video. There is a slight learning curve to the game, and I think it just kind of helps tie things together. But nothing would make me happier than lots of people being able to enjoy Watchword. So if you're able to, please share it with people. I obviously need all the help I can get. If you enjoy playing this demo, make sure you wishlist the game. It helps the algorithm, and it also just keeps me motivated when I see more and more interest in the game. So at this point, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna quit yapping so you can go play it right now. But thanks for all your support, and welcome to the budding Watchword community.